Governors, it's very exciting to be here at MetLife Stadium on the 50-yard line in advance of the big game. Governor Whitman, what's at stake? How big a deal is this for New Jersey?
Well, this is huge. I mean, obviously, New York gets a whole lot of attention, but the game is being played here. We have a lot of challenges. If we don't do things right, we'll get all the blame. But the planning for this has been incredible. And the thing that people need to understand, too, is that 35% of the tickets go to the two teams that are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. And they're going to be staying. Those teams like to stay and practice near the stadium, so they'll be here practicing, and their fans are going to want to be close to where their teams are. So they'll be here in New Jersey. There'll be a lot of attention on New Jersey, and I think it's nothing but good for the state from that perspective.
Well, this Super Bowl is being billed as the most expensive ever, Governor Florio. The first sponsored by two teams in two states. Just what's at stake, do you think, for New Jersey?
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
I mean, this is the big economic event of the world. This is viewed by more people than any other event that's conducted by anyone. So it's a big deal, and it's a good opportunity to show off the stadium, show off the state. The state will benefit from it very much.
Who's going to foot the bill for all of this? I mean, when you talk about security and you talk about all the improvements that have to be made to get fans in and out, where does the money come from? Will there be enough sponsors to cover it all?
One hopes, and the theory is that the economic benefits that are generated outweigh what the costs are for the local community, for the whole state, and for the whole region, really.
When you talk about the region, what about the fan base? What about the location for the media? What about getting people in and out of the stadium and accommodating them?
The host committee has done so much. We've done so much focus on that. And Al Kelly has been just superb, who heads the host committee. And the staff who's been working on this for 2-3 years now. We're putting on, NJ Transit is putting on extra trains. There are extra buses coming into the stadium. They're actually going to close down one of the long-term parking lots at Newark Airport 10 days ahead of time, because they're long-term, so they have to close it down ahead of time so people can park there to get a train from Newark Airport here to the stadium. They're going to be closing down one tunnel of the Lincoln Tunnel, one of the tunnels there, so the buses can come out. The only people that are going to be able to get in with cars are the ones with permits. They have to have had that ahead of time. So this has been a major focus, and a lot of that is some of the improvements to the road, to the rail services, is not going to go away. That's going to benefit fans in the future, which is going to be a good thing if anyone's ever tried to get into this area during a big game.
How do you ensure and make plans for the unanticipated, the weather? There is no dome on this stadium. We all know what happened in Dallas just a few years ago with all the unexpected snow there. What do you do? How do you plan for that? And getting fans in and out, getting the stadium cleared out, and just the cold weather?
The answer is you do your best. I mean, the fact of the matter is Green Bay does this on a regular basis, so we can try and do it, put it together.
And New England.
And New England, that's right. So one hopes we get a break and that it's not too bad. Although the weather recently has been a little troubling, but one works as best you can.
You pray for the sun god?
Well, I'd love it to snow after everybody gets into the stadium. Then it would be great. Get everybody in safely. They'll be provided with a lot of warming things that the host committee, again, that the NFL and the host committee are putting together. So we'll try to keep people warm and comfortable while they're in the stands. But and so I think it'd be nice if it did snow once they got in. And there are all kinds of plans being made for special snow blowers, ways to melt the snow to get them into the storm drains, so it doesn't prove a problem for people. Believe me, that's one of those big challenges, the unknown challenges that you can do. All you can do is prepare for it and do your very best.
If you were governor right now and you wanted the state to shine for this big event, Governor Florio, what kind of marching orders would you be giving?
Everyone knows, everyone's on high alert. Everyone's going to be at the top of their game, so you just try to encourage everyone to be involved as much as possible and apply the training that they've been putting in for a long time.
Governor Whitman, would you have any specific marching orders? You're on the host committee.
Yeah, well, and they've been terrific. The state of New Jersey, all the various agencies, whether it's the state police or NJ Transit, They've all been, everybody that's been involved have been enormously helpful in working very closely with the host committee, and that's really what they have to do. I mean, if I were governor, I'd say, look, this is our big day, this is a big thing, you do everything they ask you to do, and then think of what they haven't thought of and suggest it back at them. So actually everybody's been terrific here at the Meadowlands staff, everybody's been working very closely with both the NFL and the host committee, because the NFL owns the game. The game itself will be what happens here in the stadium, the tickets, the seating, all that is done by the NFL. So it's really just, you work with those people that know what they're doing and then find out what they don't know, tell them.
Governors, this has been fun. Thank you very much for sharing your perspectives on the Super Bowl in New Jersey.